will. Veronica?
Yes.
So, to continue, even though we've covered this briefly about what happens when you die, I think a lot of people want to know a little more specifically, like, do you keep all your memories? Do you keep all your relationships?
Yes, of course.
And you notice the fire engines are coming again? How weird that is. So when they go, I'll ask it again. When you die, do you keep all your memories and all your thoughts, and are you you?
Yes, you are.
And
when you have other incarnations, the experiences may be different and circumstance may be different, but the energy is fairly the same.
so when you die, can you know if you want to what the people who are still living are doing? Like if they have a marriage?
Yes, you can. And most do. Most are very interested.
So if there's a birth or a marriage, you can know if you want?
Yes, of course.
And can you be at your own funeral?
Yes, of course.
So when Larry King asked the question, what happens when you die, and like 20 experts say it's impossible to say that. It's a
very individualistic experience. There's no standardization to it, but we can tell you that all memory is retained.
So the point being that it can be totally said and known by many different entities, not just you, what happens when you die.
Yes.
It's not an unknown.
Again, the experience is very individualistic each time it occurs. And there are patterns within certain energies what does occur. But we can tell you that all memory is retained. And because you are not linear, it's easy to access all of it at once. It's only difficult from the perception that you are currently focusing on because you are linear. And it's difficult to be expansive while you are focused in the timeline.
And in all your physical deaths that you've experienced, and many, I assume you know many entities who have experienced physical death.
Yes, of course.
It's not a fearful thing.
No. There may be an element of uncertainty, and it all depends on what type of death you're participating in, what the last linear moments may be like. But if you are confident in understanding what the afterlife is really like, then the linear moment diminishes somewhat, even if it's a fearful moment. It is not fearful to die. Sometimes the moment of dying or the process of dying can be a little bit discerning. But knowing that once you pass out of the physical, you retain your full self, plus you have access to all the other experiences that you've had. So it's a very expansive moment and quite calming and quite interesting. Now, we will say that some, when they cross over, are expecting certain linear events that they've been taught in cultural ways, but their guides are usually in place, or those who have known them well are available for counsel and will help them adjust themselves in a more eternal moment than just the linear that they've come from.
So, the ultimate question is, what is death and afterlife like? And you're saying it's very individual.
Yes, indeed.
But you're also saying that
the universal perspective on it from our viewpoint is that all is retained. The experience and the mechanics of the process are very individualistic and usually based upon the intentions of the individual involved, what they wish to experience, or where they are in their developmental moments. But ultimately, you are not wiped out. You are not annihilated. You're not going to forget your mother or your father. You're going to remember all of your experiences so that you can apply them to all the other experiences that you've had. And you retain everything. And it's very difficult for the linear mind to grasp that, because you are taught that the moment goes from here to there. But when you are out of body, the experiences go from here to there, rather than from here to there.
So, no matter how fear-based you are, no matter how screwed up you are, no matter how religious-based you are, even if you think you're going to be annihilated, even if you go through some period of time when you don't know you're even dead, you're going to have guides,
Yes.
and they're going to help you, and
Yes.
you're ultimately going to evolve no matter what you believe and no matter what you think,
Yes.
you're going to evolve and
Yes.
get it.
Of course.
Well, that should be comforting to everybody, don't you think? Well, you know.
Well, it all depends upon your perspective in this current linear. Ah, another friend.
Yes. Well, we have plenty of animals in this house, as everyone should know.
They all want to be in front of the camera.
Yes. Well, life after death is something that everybody at a basic level wants to know about. And if we give some comfort, because you happen to
It is the
be...
biggest unknown
You've done it many
of your
times.
experience.
You've done it many times.
Understand us. It is the biggest unknown, undefinable factor of everyone who is linear.